Good evening, guys, girls. Rob here with you this evening. Baseball, football, hockey, all all of it in a big pile today. Um, Nothing bigger than the Phillies today. The Phillies defeat the Braves, um, 9-4, 8-4, something like it. 8-4, I think, was the final score. Moved to the National League Championship Series, and here comes Keith. Here comes Keith to join us.
Are we
What's going
looking
on?
live on
Huh?
YouTube? Are we
We are
live?
live on YouTube. We
Like
are.
Brent Musburger used to say in Inside or NFL Today, rather. You are looking live
You are looking live
on.
at RFK Stadium. Yeah. Alabama Tennessee game was absolutely crazy. You're exactly right. If you win 100 points and went under today, you lose 101 points scored in that
Did
game.
you see the whole fourth down thing?
Yeah.
Or did the coach know it was fourth down, or was he
For
confused
who?
with this for
For,
Tennessee?
for kicking the field goal?
No. I'm talking about right at the start of the second half.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that part.
Well,
I didn't
Tennessee
watch.
had the ball. It was third. Well, it was 4th and 2. But the two guys on the side of the sidelines that hold the down marker
Uh-huh.
had 3. Like it was
Oh.
third down. So they ran another play and they got stopped on a little pass to the tight end right at the
So
line of
they get
scrimmage.
did,
So they
did
turned
they
it
get
over on
five?
downs.
Did they get 5 downs, or they didn't allow it
No,
5 downs?
they did a replay or something, and then they.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if the coaches actually lost track of what down it was, or if it was just on the field they did, and they were trying to get away with something.
We invite Sean too. We'll invite Sean. I'm gonna be nice. Sean, come on, join us. I didn't see that, but I did see with about the last time Alabama had the football. Why wouldn't Why wouldn't you have made Tennessee call their timeouts? I mean, you're driving down the field. You're driving down the field. You're at their 40, and all you keep calling. You keep stopping the clock. I'm thinking, you want 2 seconds on that clock when you try to kick that field goal. If you miss it, so be it. You can deal with that. You can go to overtime. They left way too much time for Tennessee, and Tennessee made them pay for it. Now,
I didn't see much of the game. I
yeah.
saw that part was
Now,
fourth down.
in hindsight, Alabama controls their own destiny.
Oh yeah,
If they win out, they still make it to the SEC championship if they win out. But they got to beat Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is not. I think Ole Miss is better than Tennessee, but I think they get Ole Miss at Alabama. That makes a difference too.
Yeah.
I still say Tennessee's going to lose a game. I still say it. They've got Georgia on their schedule. I just don't see them beating Georgia. They've still got Florida, I think. I'm not sure if they've beaten Florida yet or not.
I don't know.
South Carolina beat Kentucky a couple weeks ago, so we'll see what happens there. I still am calling Kentucky the fraud of the SEC. I've not looked and seen what the scores are right now. No score there. Florida State Clemson 7-7. How about this Syracuse team? Syracuse is for real. Syracuse is 6-0. Syracuse is good.
Was it NC State today?
Yeah, they beat NC State, and they beat them.
I know I got that game wrong.
24-9. They beat them. I mean, they beat them handily. They had no problem with them. They were favored going into the game, and I was kind of wondering why, but I found out afterwards. They outplayed them.
So Illinois is already qualified for a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
They're eligible.
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. But for Illinois, I mean, that's a big thing because they don't get the bowl games much anymore.
Is Illinois undefeated?
No, they lost one game, I think.
Indiana. That's right. We talked about it.
By a field goal, I believe.
Yeah. I think they've still got Michigan on the schedule coming up.
This was the first time since like 1983 where they had beaten Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah, all in the same year.
Sean, Alabama's kicker, he's had a lot of long 45, 50, 55 yarders, and he's missed them to the right.
So I wasn't actually watching sports the last couple hours. I was watching that new Halloween movie on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Was it good?
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. I actually I had low expectations for it,
Okay.
and then I kind of knew the script. I had seen the spoilers for the script,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, that's going to be terrible. But there's a part of me that just decided, I'll go ahead and watch it.
I'll watch it anyway. It was a couple hours?
About hour and 50 minutes or something. But
Okay.
the story was written fairly well, and it was the acting was good, I thought.
Okay. All right. Did you know any of the actors, or were they like second-rate actors and stuff, B-rate actors that you never heard
Oh
of?
no, I mean some of them were familiar. I mean, some of them were repeat actors. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, and then the one that played her granddaughter, Andy Matichik, and then the girl that was in the very first one, that was the little girl.
Well,
Lindsay.
Barrymore. Well, that won't Drew Barrymore, was it?
No, it was shoot, I normally can think of it, but anyway, Kylie Richards. Kyle Richards, or whatever, however you pronounce it. She's on one of those like Housewives reality shows or something.
Oh, okay.
Real like Housewives of
Okay.
Something California or something. But anyway, she was in it, and then a guy that played a sheriff and all of those the first one and stuff, he was in it.
These ones we bidding on. The Maryland Indiana game. Can you tell me what the actual line was to the game?
Oh,
Maryland Indiana. Because you gave 13 points up.
Yeah, that they didn't cover.
No, and Mike gave 4 up, so y'all both missed. Bob went with the 50 over and under, had no problem there. I figured Maryland was probably like a 4 or 5 point favorite, maybe a 7 point favorite.
Sean should be looking this stuff up for us since he's not coming on.
If he's not coming on, he should.
Yeah.
If he comes on, he gets a slice of pizza, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I sent one to Harris, Tim, Travis, Bob.
All right, Maryland. CBS had Indiana 11 points underdog.
So Maryland was 11-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you almost guessed it and then Arkansas BYU.
Well, that was what the line was. Oh, you mean I almost guessed the line?
You almost did.
Yeah, I went over it though.
Mm-hmm.
But Maryland only won by 5.
And then Arkansas BYU. Let's see what that line was.
Looks like
Arkansas BYU line
was favored by a point.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, and I took.
And Arkansas won by 17.
Yeah, I gave up 8. I gave up 8 and took Arkansas. And then UNC and Duke, I gave up 14 in that game, and I have not looked at the score yet. Last I looked, it was no score there, but that does not mean anything now. It's
who are they playing?
North Carolina and Duke.
Oh,
James Madison loses.
They did.
They lost
to Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern 45.
That's the one where I changed my pick too.
Mm.
I had it right and changed it wrong. Okay, Duke is ahead 7-3.
Duke's ahead 7-3.
US 37 left in the first quarter, and Duke's in the red zone.
And USC's ahead 7-0.
Stanford's ahead of Notre Dame 7-0. With 13:28 left in the second. Clemson tied with Florida State. Mississippi State, Kentucky, scoreless after a quarter.
Yeah. USC, I still think they're going to lay the smack dab on Utah before it's over with tonight. I really do. I think they will.
7-0 right now.
Yeah, all they got, and in fact, Utah is favored. And I finally found out why they had some extra security coming to the game. What it was, Southern California was bringing a troop up there with them of a couple hundred people. The pro-abortion garbage wanted to walk around the stadium there at BYU inside. They wanted to go inside and do it. So they were looking to get free admission to walk around and BYU is having nothing to do with that. So I was wondering why they was bringing extra people there for that.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Phillies today? Do you see? Huh?
That was good.
Do you see them as a team that can beat the Dodgers or the
Padres? Yes. Dodgers, I don't know.
Okay, so
I mean they can because the Dodgers are struggling now. But
they split 8 games. They split. They won 4 out of 7 with them this year. The Dodgers. They went to LA and won 3 out of 4. They almost swept them there. Here comes Tim.
Seattle's in the bottom of the 12.
My college football picks are doing as well as the Guardians are hitting with runners in scoring position.
The Guardians not doing much, huh?
Well, they're up 1-0, but I think they were like 3 for 27 in the 3 for 25 in the postseason.
Let me ask you, Tim. Can this team right here beat the Padres if they play the Padres?
I'm sure they could.
Can they beat the Dodgers?
In a 7-game series, it's possible, but I wouldn't put money on it.
Yeah. Now
in Seattle 0-0 in the bottom of the 12.
Yep.
And Seattle's down to their last straws here. They've got to win. They're down two games to nothing.
Yeah, I had to turn off the Blue Jackets game. But that's nothing right now. They're losing 1-0 to St. Louis.
And then Phillies, Flyers, they win their second straight. They're playing really well. They're playing good hockey.
Thomas Konechny has 3 goals, which puts him second maybe in the NHL. Well, there's a base hit for Stephen Kwan. All right.
Who's leading? Who's leading the league?
Guardians are 2-0 right now.
Who's leading the league in
goals? Well, so there's only been like 3 games. So, but McDavid had a hat trick opening night.
They're 2-0, aren't they?
The Oilers,
or they just 1-0. Maybe they're just 1-0.
Hold on, let me pull up.
I believe they're just 1-0. They may be 2-0.
Goals. You got a whole bunch at 3.
Yeah.
You got Stamkos, Nino Niederreiter, Valery Nichushkin, and Connor McDavid. Well, now Konechny now has 3.
Now are the Oilers 1-0 or 2-0?
Let's see.
I think they're 1-0. I think they've got 2 points. I wish it was 3 points. I wish they did give 3 points for a win, but they need
1-0 for the Oilers.
1-0. That's what I thought. Yeah. Vancouver did not play well today against the Flyers. I watched.
Bruce Boudreau has to be kicking himself. Why did I take that extension?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Alabama.
James Madison, no bueno today.
Who?
James Madison, no bueno today.
Yeah, I know it. James Madison did not play well at all. What's up, Bob? What's going on? Tennessee. What was a bigger surprise to you? Tennessee on offense, just able to just go down the field on Alabama, or the fact that Alabama's offense had more problems than Tennessee's, which to me, I just couldn't believe that kid got 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 5. He got 5 at wide receiver. Got 5 touchdowns. His draft stock just went like that. He's a first-round pick now. He's a first-round pick. If he does not get hurt, I don't care if he doesn't play any more this year. The kid for Tennessee is a first-round pick. And Hendon Hooker, though, to me, still, I think Hendon Hooker is a lot like a Jalen Hurts. He just won't stand back there and just throw the football. He just won't just get back here and just throw it. I'll tell you somebody that's going to end up getting a lot of Heisman votes if he keeps playing the way he is a Syracuse quarterback. That guy, they're playing out of their mind good. They go into Clemson next week. That's going to be it. I'm telling you. Clemson will not be double-digit favorites against this team. I don't think. I don't think they will be.
And Rodney Gedst in the second, 2 touchdowns for Syracuse. And then the North Carolina State quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, that's the second week in a row he's got put down. Georgia, 55-0. 57.5 was the over/under. So I got that one.
Yeah, Georgia finally realized that they have to start covering the spread for some of the bettors in Vegas.
Right.
Not
Ole Miss spread their wings in the second half, but I can't make out what Auburn's all about. One week Auburn plays well, and then the next week they lay an egg. This week they played pretty good for 3 quarters. They really did. Ole Miss, they're a top 10 team, big time. So Alabama, question, guys, does Alabama fall outside the top 10? Bob,
what'd they do today?
they lost 52-49 to Tennessee. Alabama was number 3 in the country today. I mean, coming into the week, they lose 52-49. Last play of the game. Does Alabama fall out of the top 10?
No, I don't think so.
Tim.
Let me see here.
Keith, what do you think? I'll come back to 10.
I guess, well, no, because Oklahoma State also lost.
Yeah, and Penn State lost.
And Penn State lost. And, right. There's a few that lost today.
And Clemson is not ahead. I don't think they're tied or something, last I saw.
Right. And USC could still lose.
Florida State.
But yeah, Oklahoma State was undefeated, got beat. Penn State was undefeated, got beat. Yeah, I don't think I think they'll fall to 8. If I was guessing, I'll say number 8 is what they'll be.
Tennessee might move up to the top 10.
Tennessee was already 6th.
Yeah.
They was 6 starting the week. They were 3. It was 3 versus 6. So they're going to be a top 4 team probably. They'll be one of the 4 teams, playoff teams now.
If Clemson wins, they'll probably move to 3, and Michigan would probably jump to 4. And then they'd probably keep Tennessee 5. I don't know, unless they put Tennessee ahead.
I say
unless they put Michigan and Tennessee ahead of Clemson.
Yeah, I say Georgia goes back to number 1 this week, though. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ohio State didn't play. Ohio State,
so they may stay there or go down 1 spot.
Yeah, they'll go to number 2, I think. But I won't be surprised at all if Michigan's number 3 coming in this week.
Well, what's the official poll, the AP or the coaches? Right now, because the coaches poll had Alabama number 1 and AP had Georgia number 1.
I think AP's the one that
I think AP's one decides the AP decides the
until they get that BCS committee or whatever it is that
they get together in 2 more weeks. So I think after the 8th week and 9th week, then they start showing where they think everybody is.
By the way, our over-unders were terrible this week.
Yeah.
Everybody did our own picks. Yeah.
Everybody went over so far, it looks like. Everybody almost.
Yeah.
Clemson, Florida State, Clemson now. I mean, Florida State, 14-7 at home. So,
thankfully that the overtime helped get the TCU Oklahoma State game to be over.
Exactly right, because it was 30-30. It was 30-30, and then they ended up scoring some points there.
Yeah, the 2 touchdowns in
Well,
the overtimes helped get that to the over.
Yep, that's right.
Thank God, because it was 37-30. That would have been under by a point.
It would have been. Yeah, you got it.
So,
And the overs hit everybody but Keith and Bob. And then Mike also got the TCU pick. USC looking 1-4 at this point, 14-0. No reason to think they're not going to just float on off with this game. I think they could win by 30. I really
Who's
do.
that, Rob?
USC. They're up.
USC. Okay, yeah.
let's see
They're
who
up
could be joining the top 25 next week.
Notre Dame. Notre
Well,
Dame.
I'll tell you what, if North Carolina wins this game,
Uh-huh.
it's completely possible because they were 98 votes to 105
Uh-huh.
to James Madison. Baylor lost, so they're done. BYU's didn't curry any favors today, so don't be shocked if North Carolina's a top 25 team next week.
Yeah, BYU. Where were they at?
BYU played Arkansas.
Yeah, they lost by 17.
Michael Peterson, I think, was the only one who picked BYU, right? Or picked Arkansas.
I picked Arkansas.
Oh, everybody else went Arkansas.
Now we bid. We bid on that.
Yeah, we bid on that. Was what we
Rob
wanted.
-8, Bob -4. He took BYU.
Okay.
Now Maryland, Keith went -13. Too much.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
went -4 with Indiana. Way too much because Indiana got beat. Bob went 50 with the over-under. Got it. Harris went 55.5 with the over-under at Arkansas BYU. Got it.
Way over. Now let's see what the
Carolina game. I went -14 with that, and Mike went -2 with Duke. He actually says Duke is going to win it by 2 points, and Keith went 54 on the over/under. That's probably going to be a safe bet.
yeah.
Probably
Let's see what the final line was for these.
Yeah. We looked at some of them. Maryland, Indiana. Maryland was 11-point favorites.
Right.
BYU was a 1-point favorite, and then UNC Duke. I didn't
But
see what their
the over-unders were still way higher, though. The over-under in Maryland, Indiana ended up being 62.5.
Okay. So we could have definitely bid more. We could have definitely bid more.
I think with these over-unders, we kind of got to think higher a little bit.
Yeah, we got to start thinking 60 is almost a start a lot of times.
Probably.
55 anyway. UNC Duke. What was that?
14-7 UNC.
What was that line?
You want to see? Okay, let me pull it up real quick.
Yep. Florida State 14, Clemson 7, and Clemson's at the Florida State 43-yard line.
7.
45 yard. What'd you say?
It's 10-7 is the real score. The line is Carolina by 7.5.
7.5. All right. And
But they gave the over/under at 74.5.
Keith went 54.
Yeah, which may end up being, with the way this is going right now.
Yeah.
It's only 4 minutes left in the first half. All right. Anyway, sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
No.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
A lot of teams didn't play this week. In the top
Yeah, I know. Ohio State was off this week.
UCLA, Oregon, Wake
Yeah.
Forest, Cincinnati,
Virginia. Let's see who else. It was
Kansas State. I think was off.
Texas A&M was off this week. A lot of them had weeks off this week, and next week is when some more good games are. I hadn't wrote them down yet, but yeah, it's going to be some decent games next week too.
So Ohio State won't be one of them. They're playing Iowa.
Yeah, and then who was that?
Alabama's got Mississippi State.
Are they at home, Alabama, or they got to go on the road?
No, they're at home.
Yeah, they're due a home game almost.
And
yeah,
then, Oklahoma State's got Texas.
Yeah, and they can get right back. They can get right back into the Big 12 race if they win that one.
UCLA plays Oregon.
UCLA beat Utah last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're number 11 and 12 right now.
Yep. Absolutely.
UCLA at home next week, or are they going to Oregon?
They're going to Oregon.
It's gonna be a good ball game. Good ball game, and both of those teams are off this week.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
yeah, so TCU plays Kansas State. That's going to be a tough one to pick. Maybe.
So how far will Penn State drop? Because UCLA and Oregon are right behind them. They didn't play this week. TCU won. Wake Forest didn't play. NC State.
Wake Forest beat. Oh, that's right. They didn't play. You're right.
Well, was Tennessee behind Penn State?
No, Tennessee was 6. Penn State's 10.
Right.
Penn State was 10 starting the week.
Yeah.
They'll probably fall 14, 15. They ain't gonna fall no farther back than that, I don't think.
Well, Syracuse has got to move up to like what?
Yeah,
15 maybe.
Syracuse may pass them. Yeah,
Depends. I mean, they might pass NC State.
They may even
Mississippi
pass
State and Kansas State. I don't know.
Yeah, they still may pass.
Kansas State didn't play.
Syracuse may pass Penn State though. Syracuse was what, 23rd?
No, Syracuse was 18th.
Oh well, if they 18th and Penn State was 10th, they'll pass them. They'll pass.
I don't know because
I wouldn't be
a lot of
shocked
teams that didn't play that are in between there.
Right.
Just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, some of them that didn't play. They will still pass. They will probably
Some of them might, but
get to pass Penn State. Yeah, they won't. They won't let Penn State stay ahead of them. I don't think. I don't think they will. I'll be shocked if Penn State's in the top 15. I don't think they probably should be. I think there's at least 5 teams that should move up. We'll see. We'll
it's
see.
kind of like taking a pit stop where people will go ahead of you.
yeah. But the fact is,
or drop behind you when you come out.
I'm not sure they still hold their fate in their hands right now, being that I guess Michigan plays in the East as well. In the Big Ten East, doesn't Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State all play Big Ten East? I think so.
Yeah.
So they'll play somebody. They'll play Illinois or whoever the hell they play in the Big Ten championship. So, Michigan State, did they lose again today?
Yeah, I think they did.
They're 2-5 now. They're 2-5. We talked about them last year being
I think they lost to Wisconsin, didn't they?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Change the subject for a minute.
Go for it, Bob.
We're in the bottom of the 11th inning in Seattle.
13th,
No score.
isn't it?
No score. Bottom of the 11th.
Aaron Judge, 2-run homer.
Guardians are up 2-0.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. Aaron Judge, 2-run homer.
Oh, 2-run homer.
Yep.
Well, I keep flipping between the two games.
Yeah, Houston, Seattle's in the
The
bottom of
score
13th.
bug should be in the upper right-hand corner for
Houston game is in the bottom of the 13th, not bottom of the 11th.
Okay, maybe I can't read. It's too far for me to see.
Michigan State did win today, by the way, in double overtime.
Michigan State did?
Yes.
Okay, last I saw they were behind, I guess.
Oh, okay. So they're 3-4 now, I guess, is their record. So, yeah, that's a huge blow to Wisconsin there.
Not helping out their new interim coach.
No. And Brett Bielema, where's he? He's in Indiana now?
No. Let's see
Illinois.
what Bielema is.
He's at where?
I think that's Illinois' coach.
Oh, yeah, Illinois. Yeah, Illinois coach. I think so, too. Bielema was with Wisconsin, wasn't he? I think. I want to say he left Wisconsin and went to Illinois. Brett Bielema.
Right, he went to Wisconsin to Arkansas, actually.
And then left Arkansas.
And then was a consultant for the Patriots, was their D-line coach, and then was the linebackers coach for the Giants.
And where is he at now?
He's in Illinois.
Yeah. Okay.
No wonder that they're turning that around.
Yeah. He's a
Bobby
real
Smith couldn't do it.
He's a real
Bobby
deal.
Smith couldn't do it, but
And I tell you what, you gotta like that coach at Tennessee. What's his name?
Heupel.
Yeah, Josh Heupel. You gotta like those two coaches, man. Oh man, if Heupel after this year decides I want to go NFL, trust me, There's going to be jobs lined up. Washington job. If he wants it, I guarantee you he'll get it if he wants it. I think he will. They talked to Trash Face yesterday, and I think they've got some kind of understanding that he's probably going to be taking a hike very soon. So,
what do you mean? Who?
Washington's coach,
Ron Rivera.
Yeah, dumpster diver. Ron Rivera, the dumpster.
I'd say, is he going to take the owner with him?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. This is the problem. If Snyder is talking the truth and says, I know something on this one, and this one, the NFL ain't gonna do nothing to him. They're gonna wait. They're gonna hold their chips, and they're gonna wait till, okay, let's have us a dinner somewhere, and then you watch. They go, all of a sudden, we don't know where Daniel Snyder is. I'm telling you, Daniel Snyder may be missing before you know it. It would not surprise me at all. The NFL is just that way, man. Because I guarantee you, if he says he has got something on this guy, and this guy, if he don't have it written down and got proof and all that kind of stuff, if it is truthful, I'm telling you, you got a lot of rich son of bitches out there that's ready to tap him off somewhere. Yeah. Let's go.
You need to go into the witness protection program.
Yeah. Well, number one, you don't go out and say that. I don't care if you're rich, if you ain't rich. You can't say, I've got something on these 15 billionaires.
Right.
That's idiotic, brother.
Like that's public, there better be some back and forth emails going on, maybe hush.
Or number one, you better have his stuff and ready to just dispel it right then.
Yep.
Let it go.
Yep.
Or you keep your mouth shut, because I'm telling you, people that have that much money, my mom and daddy always said this a long time ago, anybody that has that much money didn't make it all by good faith. There's some crooked money in there somewhere. But so you can damn well bet they ain't too good to probably do a lot of things that a lot of people wouldn't do in order to keep their money or to keep their name. So yeah, you better watch whose toes you step on if you're the Washington owner, Dan Snyder, because he's talked about a lot of people. He's talked about like 12 different owners, 14 different owners, and these people got as much money as he's got. And it's almost like, the owner of the Cowboys pretty much has solidarity in North Texas. The owner of the Texans has solidarity in South Texas. So it ain't a lot of places you can go and you're going to get by with something and stay in the U.S. if somebody wants to come get you. So I don't know. I'd watch my P's and Q's.
How about you put your face shield back on?
Oh, man, didn't that thing look beautiful today? Good God almighty. Oh, yeah, let me show you that.
You'll put it around your ears. No, you got to stretch it out.
No, it's okay. And now playing as Andy Reid, Rob.
Yeah. It's not a visor, though.
This protects you from getting COVID.
You got to drop the mic down a little bit.
No, that's okay. It's unless he.
This protects you from getting COVID.
On what universe?
I don't know. And then this right here, it's called a KN95. I say it's a Kinsler nasal 95. So, where the hell is it at? It's got a number right here and some shit on it. Oh, there it is. There it is.
KN95, yep.
The KN95. It should be the Killer Nasal 95 because you put it on somebody's face and then you put both. It's like putting both hands over somebody's nose and over their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And then you count to 50 and you see how purple. If they get this blue, you stop. Shit. kidding me?
All right. Well, Blue Jackets are down 1-0 after one. So
You
So you
must
wear
wear.
you wear something so you can't breathe, so you don't get an illness where you can't breathe.
Oh, you ain't gonna worry about it if you die. Call you next of kin. Son of a bitch. And then I ain't counting the gown you get. Oh, you get it all free of charge. 5-pound gown. Oh me, oh my! I don't understand some of this shit. And then you get a phone call. Don't worry about it. Your daddy ain't got COVID. I don't know.
Would
I don't
you
know
have to wear that to go see him?
I was supposed to. I said, "Oh hell no! I ain't gonna die." When I put this son of a bitch on, man, I ain't lying to you, Bob. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Hey, PJ.
I walk in there. I have this on. I've got a gown that I tie around my neck and under both my armpits, and then they tie it around my back. And the thing is like it almost feels like lead, and it leans you forward. It's so heavy. I'm carrying food in there, and I set it down, and then all of a sudden, my eyes, I can't even hardly see my daddy. My eyes are watering because I'm crying. And I said, I got to go. And my mom's like, what's the problem? I said, I can't breathe. So I immediately untie this damn thing. I untie this and untie this, and I just grab it and throw it to the woman. I take this damn thing off. Start walking down the hall. She said, sir, are we supposed to get all that back? I said, you come on, get it anytime you want to. I just keep running down the hall. So I got this shit in my hand. I ain't giving it to him. I won't worry about it. And I get to the damn, what do you call it? The elevator. So I'm on the 3rd floor. I have to go down 4 floors. Go down 2, 1. Let's see, 2, 1, and then the terrace. So I guess I go down three different floors. I go down kind of under the ground. I get down there. I go in the bathroom. I got these 2 things in my hand. My eyes are about the color of this red pen right here. You can't see no white. Tears running down them, and I just get me some water and I just throw it in my face. And I probably a good 30 seconds to a minute. And I'm catching my breath going.
Now this is after you touch the food bags and everything with none of that stuff on.
Dude, I brought the food from McDonald's
right
inside the hospital. Hell yeah.
So
I won't wear it now. Yeah. I bring that in, hand it down, and then then I start crying, whining and stuff. And I'm the only one having to wear that shit. My mom's sitting in the room. It look like me right now. And
when did they start all this stuff?
Oh, they put a block on me. They gave me the Shaquille O'Neal. They double teamed my ass. 2 women, 2 nurses was doing like this. Mr. Kinsler, I said, what? You can't go back this way without wearing. You got to open your paper bag. I had a paper bag in my hand. I didn't know what the hell it was. You got to open your paper bag up. I opened it up. First thing I see is this damn thing. So I put it on, and I'm like, how you breathe with it? She says, you just have to be careful. I said, I'm as careful as I can be right now, but I feel like if I walk about 100 steps with this thing on, I'm going to fall down. Then she put this thing on my head like this, you know. And then she starts putting the gown on me. 2 of them start wrapping that damn thing on me like an anaconda. And then I walk down the hallway. And I mean, when I say that, you can't see my shoes hardly. That's how long the damn gown goes. You can't hardly see my shoes. And I just can't breathe with that son of a bitch on. I've been all season long. I've been taking these. What the hell? I'll show you what I've been taking. Hold on, because I got to take one anyway. I've been taking these damn things. I've been taking these son of bitches all year long. And most time, 2 of them will knock me on my rear end. So I just went on and bought a thing about 200 right here. 365. That's good. One for every day of the year.
Is that like Benadryl or something?
Yeah, something like that. And I've just been the whole summer and even now, I'm still, it's just tearing me up. So when I do get to the point I can't breathe, I have to take something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I take 2, I might as well say, "What's up, PJ?" I might as well say, "Turn off the light. The party's over," because I can't. I don't even drive when I take 2 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I got home earlier today, and I was like, I got to take one, and I didn't at the time, but I'm going to take one right now. Let's check out the scores of some of the games. Mississippi State 3, Kentucky 0. Florida State Clemson tied at 14. Clemson's got a 48-yard field goal. It looks like not Clemson. Florida State looks like they may be lining up for a 48-yard field goal. Let's see if they make that or not. Utah just scores 14-7 Utah. And I'm sorry, folks, I don't have.
USC was ahead, weren't they?
They're still ahead 14-7.
Yeah.
I don't have the North Carolina Duke game in front of me right now, so I don't have that. So I'll check that up in a second.
No, let me see if I can find it. It was down a ways.
Well, Seattle and all's heading to the 14th inning now.
I saw they had a runner on second.
Now, the inning's over.
Oh, is it?
And North Carolina's up 10-7.
10-7. And for you folks that have not been watching the playoffs, they do not start the innings with a runner on base, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. Now, let me ask you guys this. Let's just say a suppose here. Suppose every divisional game, we played it like this during the season, but every non-divisional game, we put the runner on second. Would that make a difference, or you wouldn't like it any better?
I don't want a runner at second base at all.
You don't want to run, Keith?
No, I don't like that.
Okay, I just wondered if that would help any. If they played non-divisional games and said, okay, that's the only ones we'll have runners at second. Then just hear me out for a second. You got LA playing at Atlanta on a Sunday night game. They have to get back home the next night to play Arizona. They have to fly. And they go to extra innings on a Sunday night game. That's my only thing. If they're going to do it, I would rather see them do them non-division games. Divisional games, let them play it out.
I'd rather see it done the old-fashioned way.
I would rather too. But
none of this ghost running stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's give you guys a rundown of the games we've already had concluded today. Tennessee, number 6 in the country, 52. Number 3, Alabama, 49. Alabama, their first loss of the year. Michigan, 41. Penn State, 17. It was a relatively easy game, if there can be an easy game for a team. Michigan did not hardly break a sweat in the second half there. Oklahoma State loses to TCU 43-40. Double overtime. TCU gets a field goal, and they win that ball game. Syracuse 24, NC State 9. NC State also loses their starting quarterback. Syracuse goes into next week 6-0 against Clemson down at Death Valley. Georgia, proven to me, I think they're the number 1 team in the country. They're at home today playing Vanderbilt. Yeah. 55-0. They did nothing to hurt their cause today. Georgia, in my opinion, is the number 1 team in the country. Ole Miss, still undefeated, and they've got a date coming up pretty soon with Alabama, about 2 or 3 weeks from now. 48-34, Ole Miss beats Auburn. Now, Oklahoma, after that debacle last week, none of us picked Oklahoma. We thought Oklahoma they're shambles now. No, they beat once beaten Kansas 52-42. Now Kansas is going to drop significantly. Texas. And now, is Texas only a one-loss team, folks? Two-loss team. I thought they had lost twice. 24-21, they beat Iowa State. 24-21. Texas now wanting to try to get in that Big 12 championship. They still can do it. Illinois 26, Minnesota 14. Illinois now, Brett Bielema he's getting his team lined up maybe for a Big Ten West chance to make it to the Big Ten championship. James Madison in there in the top 25, out of the top 25 just as quick. Overtime loss. No, not an overtime loss. I'm sorry. 45-38. They give up a touchdown with 1 minute and 21 seconds left to go in the game. Maryland, 38. Indiana, 33. They were our bid games. Keith bid too high on Maryland, and Mike bid on Indiana. Totally wrong there. Bob took it over under 50. Very safe there. Arkansas, 52. BYU, 35. I bid 8 points and took Arkansas. I did okay there. Bob took BYU. They did not do fair or well. Harris went 55.5 with the over. Easily went over that game. UNC Duke. Last look, it was 14-7. Let's see if it's still 14-7.
You just looked up.
It is 10-7.
10-7. I'm sorry, 10-7. I got NC State. I gave up 14. Mike gave up 2 points and took Duke. Keith, 54 on the over-under. I like his chances there on that one. Speaking of Mike, 3 times he shows up.
Yeah.
You bring his name up.
449. That's all I have to say right now.
What's that?
449. That was Judge's
449.
homer.
Oh.
449 feet.
Yeah.
I know.
Not
And how many
bad.
runs did they score yesterday after the 2-run homer, Michael?
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Stop.
We're still in this.
Yeah,
I know.
Scoring
I'm
up.
sorry we lost. I heard it was a great game. I watched the
Scoring
first
update.
half.
12:52 left in the second quarter.
I'll be right back, guys.
USC 21, Utah 7. So Utah now playing from behind, and they're favored this game. They're favored. So USC,
Is that the Utah game?
yes, 21-7 USC right there.
Ah, crap! Really? Hi,
They're
Bob.
playing well. He didn't hear you, Mike.
Oh, I know. That's all right. He's probably watching.
Try it
something.
again.
Probably watching something.
So
Hey,
when,
Bob.
What's up, Mike?
Hi.
How you doing?
After hearing that score from Tennessee,
Hey, no,
my
you're
wife's
talking about
showing me all the my wife's showing me all the pictures. They tore down the goalpost. They tore down the
Yeah, they
goalpost.
tore down both goalposts,
so
and they'll get the good fine from the SEC this weekend.
Oh, they're gonna
when
get
USC and UCLA joined the Big Ten. Did you hear me
What was
right? When USC and UCLA joined the Big Ten,
Uh-huh.
I assume they'll go to the Western Division and they'll probably move Purdue to the East, so they're with Indiana.
They are, let's see.
Is that official?
I think so.
It is pretty well written in stone that there. It looks like they're going.
Okay.
Who is going to be
right
moving
now?
over?
There's no. I just finished watching.
Indiana coming to the East.
No, Purdue, I think, is in the West.
Who
Well,
is Purdue in? I mean, is Indiana in the East right now?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Purdue is in the West right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just seeing if there's something I can watch now. What are you guys watching?
Big Ten.
you're not watching the
Baseball game.
On
I was.
TNT.
Yeah, I might watch that. I just want to see if there's anything good on football wise.
I'm not much on football.
I absolutely love college football. I'd rather watch college football than hear pro.
And the other game's in the 14th.
Yeah.
Yep, going to the bottom of the 14th.
That's why I can't. Well, I could watch the Yankee game, but
If you want to watch USC up 21-7 on Utah on Fox,
I want to see Utah win that game.
Is that Fox or Fox Sports 1?
Fox.
Fox, okay.
Yeah, Fox has that
Stanford.
tonight.
Stanford's still up on Notre Dame, aren't they?
10-0 at half.
Wow.
Kansas State. They're
Is
off this
this week.
Yeah, they're off this week. Yeah. Next week, folks. Let's give you the rundown of games. Tennessee's got that tough Tennessee Martin team coming to
Oh
town.
yeah!
So you look for the 70 spot to get thrown on those.
Look for the no line, and we're gonna have to bid for that.
It'll probably be a line on it. It'll probably be 58, 59 points favored by Tennessee, and they'll probably still cover it. Number 18, Syracuse, undefeated, heading to Clemson. As we say, number 4, Clemson right now will move up. They'll probably be number 3 starting the week. We'll see what happens. Iowa, Ohio State. Iowa, one of the best defensive teams in the Big Ten, one of the worst offensive teams in the Big Ten. It should be interesting to see if they can slow down that Ohio State team. I doubt it at the Horseshoe. We shall see. Kansas visiting Baylor, another shootout at the Big 12 right there. Probably the loser of this game is out of the Big 12 championship.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati, SMU, Cincinnati off this week.
I wonder what the over-under is going to be on some of these games.
Pretty high because
If it's today, yeah.
Baylor will probably be in the 60, upper
60s.
60s.
Yeah. Boston College taking on Wake Forest next week. Wake Forest, number 14, off today. Didn't hurt their cause, especially with Penn State, number 10, losing. They'll probably jump them guys. We'll see. Marshall heading to James Madison. James Madison's not going to be to number 25 next week. And I'm not sure they're going to beat Marshall. That's going to be a tough one. So we won't be.
They did lose that game.
They lost to the train, Georgia Southern. Yep. Texas.
I wonder who had that one.
Texas plays Oklahoma State next week at OSU. That Cowboys. They're going to be in a good piss mood next week coming home. Ole Miss plays LSU. This is where I think it's a trip-up game maybe for Ole Miss. They're undefeated. They're going to be a top 6 or 7 team starting next week. They're number 9 right now. They're undefeated. I think LSU is going to give them a game. I don't know. I think probably Mississippi will probably be a 10-point favorite or more. That's going to be a tough game at LSU. UCLA at Oregon. Both of those two teams, 11 and 12, they'll move into the top 10 this week. I think they both will move into the top 10 without playing. We'll see what happens. I like UCLA in that game. I think it's going to be a close game. UCLA, Oregon, I don't think it's a field goal game either way there. Mississippi State today, they're playing tonight against overrated Kentucky now. I say that they'll probably lose to Kentucky, but Mississippi State, are they a one-loss team, right? One-loss team?
One-loss team, yes.
Yeah, and they're going against one-loss Alabama at Tuscaloosa. Alabama must win that game in order to control their own destiny. Minnesota heading to Happy Valley, going to play Penn State. And Penn State's not going to be in a great mood next week.
No, they're not.
After losing this week at Michigan. I mean, they got their asses handed to them today. They lost by 20.
Yeah, they were losing. They were losing early.
41-17 is what they lost. They got handily beaten by Michigan.
Michigan had 400 rushing yards. Did I read that right?
Correct. They had 2 guys rushing for over 150 yards each.
Wow.
Yeah. And one of them walked off the field injured today, so I got to be a little bit concerned about that. Kansas State at TCU. That's going to be a barn burner. 17 against number 13.
Did they win today?
TCU beat Oklahoma State.
There you go.
Double overtime.
Wow.
Okay.
And they hit. Didn't they hit the over? Didn't they hit the over?
They hit the over. Thanks to the overtimes, they hit
in
the
the
over.
overtime. If it wouldn't have went overtime, Mike, they wouldn't have got the over. They wouldn't have hit they hit the over too.
I didn't watch any of the 3:30 games because I was watching UFC.
Yeah,
UFC
I got you.
started at 3:00 today. Next
Yeah.
week they start at 1:00 because they're in Abu Dhabi next week, and that's a big number. It's UFC 280.
Oh, okay. 2 weeks from now, if you want to just kind of mark your calendars, Notre Dame at Syracuse. If Syracuse can march into Clemson, can you imagine what that game would do for Notre Dame trying to get back into the hunt? I do realize they have 2 losses. I still don't think they can make the playoffs with 2 losses. But if any team can make it playoffs with 2 losses, it's Notre Dame.
Not the way they're playing tonight.
Oh no! And then Ohio State going to Penn State in 2 weeks. Florida going to Georgia in 2 weeks. Or they'll go to Jacksonville. They'll go to Jacksonville
and beat the crap out of them.
Probably.
Georgia will beat the crap out of Florida. Yeah, I think they will.
They won today. They won today, I presume.
55-0.
55-0. Gotta love
Almost
it.
hit the over by themselves.
Over
That's
under
right.
57. Over under 57.5. I went under and I took Georgia. How about that? USC.
I got the Houston game on. I got the Houston
USC
game on.
right now 21-7, and Utah has the ball at their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10, and still 10 and a half left in this second quarter. So this game's not nearly over. Clemson just scored 17-14 now over Florida State.
And congrats on your Phillies.
Thank you very much, Mike. Let me ask you straight up: if the Phillies were to play the Padres, can they beat the Padres?
Yes.
If they play the Dodgers, can they beat the Dodgers?
I'm not sure. Honest answer, probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
But I'm not sure about that yet.
I'll tell you right now, I really think the Padres pitching's been better than the Dodgers pitching in this postseason.
Well, like I said, Musgrove is pitching.
Those 4 and 5 days off hurt these teams this year, and I wonder if they're going to try to do something different. I don't know. I got a feeling they're going to cut back the teams in the playoffs. I really
They don't
do.
have the Dodgers and Yankees for the NLCS.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for the championship series,
Yeah.
you'll better believe what they're going to do next year. There won't be any buys, and they'll do the same way they did this year. Number 1 will play number 6, and number 2 or
Cam, I said
only
this
have
this
one bye.
morning. You
Yeah.
know MLB
What I'm saying
wants
is
one
they
of those teams.
They won't have no buys next year, though. They'll do something without a bye. Even if they have 8 teams make it or whatever, they'll have it. They'll have 1 playing somebody, 2 playing somebody, just so they won't have no days off. But they'll let them play at home all those games.
Unless you have it where, like, well, no, you can't do 1 game because then that's not fair.
Yeah, I don't think
You
they'll.
got to worry
they'll-
about travel also.
Yeah. So no, you're going to have buys. I'm sorry, it's unfortunately the way because you can't do even because you have 3 winners and so you can have one
right.
play
Somebody
6 or
asked
2
about
play 5
Houston
and 3 play
shortstop.
4.
It's Jeremy Pena. That's the
Who
kid
is
who
it?
had a good year. Remember you asked last night because Correa is going to be a free agent.
Yeah,
He wants to go back to Houston. Pena's the shortstop for Houston.
yeah. Correa said he would go in the outfield if he goes back, though. We'll see what happens. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult.
Nice play.
I personally think Correa is going to end up going to the Dodgers.
Oh
And that's
boy.
gonna be
See
Trey-
you later.
What's that?
Cabrera 2-run homer for the Yankees.
Yeah! I'm watching the Houston game. Bottom of the 14th.
And I think Trey Turner is going to be the hot commodity next year. I really do. I don't know where he's going to end up at. I really don't. I'll tell you what place he could end up. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because I think
Swanson?
Swanson's a free agent. Swanson's a
That's
free agent.
right.
And they
Dansby's a free agent. I forgot about that.
and they did not wish to sign him. They told him before, so he's going somewhere else.
Oh,
Um,
I'd love to get him.
he-
Love to get him.
If I were going to guess where he goes, maybe St. Louis. How about St. Louis?
How about that?
I swear I think he'll go. I think he'll go to St. Louis. I think Trey Turner will come to Atlanta. And Carlos Correa. Now, Carlos Correa may just go straight to Atlanta. Trey Turner may stay in L.A., but I'm going to be very surprised to see Trey Turner stay in L.A.
The Cubs are planning on making a big addition, too.
Yeah. And, Boston with Xander Bogaerts, he's probably gone.
He is gone. He's a free agent.
Yeah, he's probably leaving. Is there
Boston's
any
going to
chance
rebuild.
Is there any chance they're going to go after Trey Turner? I don't know. I don't know. But
They've made so many
DeGrom
mistakes.
stays?
do what, Keith?
You think DeGrom stays with the Mets?
No.
No.
They're not going to pay him what he wants. DeGrom wants 30, and it's not
And
happening.
he don't deserve 30.
No way. I don't even think he deserves 20 because he's
Yeah, you're
it's
on the same boat.
yeah.
He'll probably
all right,
spend most of it
well, how
recovering
about
from
this?
surgery.
How about this? Strider, that rookie for the rookie for
The Braves, who got shelled
Braves.
yesterday.
yeah, but still, he signed a 6-year, $75 million contract.
Yep.
Figure that up. That's only $12.5 million a year,
Atlanta's
And
got
that
all
guy
their
can-
young players signed. That's
and that
what it
guy
is.
can throw it 105, 101, 102, and he's going to be good. That was not a stupid signing by those guys at all.
They got all the young players all locked up.
Michael Harris, they need to sign him for a long term.
He is signed.
Oh, is he okay? The only
He
one they
signed
didn't
long
sign,
term.
so the only one they didn't have is a shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Right.
And like you say, as soon as Freddie Freeman hit the street, they didn't go a week and a half before they had Olsen, and they haven't looked back. Now, you might say, well, they're not, they don't have the same clubhouse leadership. I don't know about that, but they had a lot of offense this year. But and Olsen did not let them down in these playoffs. It
No,
won't.
not at all.
Going to the 15th.
Did anybody?
Yeah.
Did anybody see Real Muto hit that inside the park home run?
No, I heard about it.
Yeah, I
Though.
did. Yeah.
All right.
What the hell happened?
If you watch it,
I will.
it goes in kind of in left center and hits that corner of the wall and rolls back toward right field. I'm telling you, the right fielder, what's his name?
Not Osuna. No,
No, the other one.
Acuna?
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Acuna.
did not move 3 steps towards center field. Had he went over, he probably would have been out at the plate. The center fielder he went all the way, tried to play the ball against the wall, and then ran all the way back, chased the ball up, and then by that time, Real Muto had scored. But Ronald
Wow.
Acuna Jr.
I have to watch that.
Ronald
Sam,
Acuna Jr.
Is
did not
McKenzie
move.
still in the game?
Yes. Probably. Well, they're gonna have. You're gonna have to. The bullpen went what?
So the
4
guy closest to the ball
yesterday,
didn't go
so
for
you
it.
kind of got to let him go.
Well, it wasn't that he wasn't close to the ball, but he should have been going towards center field, helping him out.
right.
And once the ball hit that left center field wall, it came rolling on a track toward right field. Toward
KT
right center
Real
field.
Muto. He can't run to save his life.
No,
He's a catcher.
He's one of the
Dude.
few catchers that can run.
Hey, Real Muto is the fastest catcher out there, bro.
Is
Oh
he?
yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he is
Yeah,
not
he-
Benji
That's what I'm
Molina.
saying. That's what
he
I'm saying.
stole about 20. He stole about 20 bases this year. He stole about 20 bases. He did all right.
Okay.
Yeah, but it don't hurt. It don't hurt if you got somebody like Ronald Acuna Jr. out there being a lazy ass. You
Oh
know,
my goodness. When he gets hurt and his whole demeanor and attitude changes, that's really something.
I'm gonna give a hockey update here. The Blue Jackets were down 2-0, and then bam, bam, 2-2 against St. Louis.
Is this their opening game or game 2?
No, game 2.
They win
Mississippi
game 1?
State.
Actually, it's game 3.
Oh,
Mississippi State 3, Kentucky 3, halftime. How about that? Yeah, how about that?
wow.
Clemson 24, Florida State 14, 5 seconds left to go in the first half.
I can see that.
Florida State just getting the kickoff after a touchdown by Clemson. USC 21, Utah 7, and Utah is at their own 40 with 5.5 left in the first half.
Duke leads North Carolina 14-10.
Really? Okay.
Duke leading North Carolina 14-10 in that
3:20
game.
left in the second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, that ballpark is beautiful.
LSU Florida. Anybody got that game? LSU Florida.
No, I'm not watching that. I'm watching.
I don't have that one at my fingertips, but I will try to see if I can find it.
I'm watching.
Let's see.
I'm watching the
LSU
Mariners. That's
35, Florida 21.
Wow, LSU 35, Florida 21. It's
That was
not
around
over.
halftime, isn't it?
It's third with 2 minutes into the second half. Well, hold on a second
Wow.
here.
So how about
Hold on a
that?
second here.
56 points scored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, they're about. No, sorry, they're. I just got an update here. They refreshed. There's 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, and it's
All right.
35-21.
35-21. So LSU and Florida have went to over already.
Yeah.
Mike, Rob, we went with the over. 48.5 is all you had to get.
I think
Yeah.
I got Illinois. I mean Iowa State, right? That I took them with the points. I think against.
Iowa State.
And
Yeah,
Texas,
we only lost
they
by
beat
3.
Texas, didn't they?
They lost to Texas only by 3, but you went over, Keith. So
Wow.
2 guys went with the under. The over under was 50. It was 45 points today.
Deep. Nope. Rodriguez got it. Makes the catch. Sorry.
That this
Don't fight.
USC team is trying to stop Utah, and they just cannot do it. 5 minutes left in the half. Midfield, Utah has the ball 1st and 10. Down 21-7 though. USC, this has got all the makings of looking like it's going to be an under. It really does. Even
By the
though
way, I think there are pigs flying in San Diego. There's a rain delay.
Get out of here. In San Diego?
I think there's pigs flying out there.
It never rains in San Diego.
Well, at the bottom they put rain delay, but this team
Yeah,
isn't
okay.
starting for another 20 minutes.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia, but if you believe that bullshit, all you got to do is go to Philadelphia and you
Yeah.
find that shit out.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
it's
just
not
find out
always
real
a
quick
sunny
it's a
mood.
TV. You find out it's a TV show and it's a bunch of bullshit. Halftime now. Clemson 24, Florida State 14. Let's find out a little bit more about this game so far. Ugalele, DJ Ugalele, 10-15, 149, 2 touchdowns. They also have just a little under, 70, 80, 91, 98 yards rushing for the team. Florida State's quarterback, Travis, 10 of 18, 98 yards. And they've got just a little over 100 yards rushing in this game, only on 21 attempts. No, honestly, 23 attempts. I'm sorry, 23 attempts. But they're running the ball effectively. They got 2 rushing touchdowns on Florida State. Clemson, 1 rushing touchdown and 2 passing touchdowns. And it looks like it's just been a pretty clean game so far. 24-14 there. Mississippi State, Kentucky. Let's check out these stats. This is a 3-3 game at halftime. Will Rogers, and yes, he is kin to the Will Rogers of 100 years ago we used to hear about, in the storybooks. Will Rogers III, 12 of 20, 77 yards, nothing major there. Kentucky, Levis, 10 of 13, 103, nothing extraordinarily going on there.
Oh, I see Arkansas gave BYU a beating. Okay.
Yeah, Arkansas did. Arkansas gave BYU a thorough thrashing, as they say, 52-35, and that was at BYU. So BYU, they've taken it on the chin 2 weeks in a row. Notre Dame and then Arkansas.
So that's the end of the bubble for James Madison, then, right?
That is correct. James Madison is done for the season now.
Hey, Liberty won today.
Liberty is if they wouldn't have lost that one game to Mississippi State by a point where they went for it with a minute left to go, they went for two instead of trying to kick extra point. They'd be right there with them now. So
they beat Gardner-Webb 21-20.
Yeah, they still got BYU on their schedule at home. BYU,
what did Gardner-Webb do?
Gardner-Webb lost 21-20 to Liberty.
I'm only 10 minutes from Gardner-Webb.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
I'm about 20 minutes from Liberty. And Liberty, like I say, they still got BYU here in Virginia coming up in a few weeks. So BYU, though, is not helping Liberty's cause by losing all the time. So that's not going to help them. Who all's in here right now? Say a hi, hello, and everything in chat. We can kind of see Tim and Keith and Mike and Bob.
Phillips here because he said, "Why was the Padres game?"
Sean, PJ.
I don't know. Sean and PJ, maybe both of those two guys. Yeah, I don't know if they are or not. We'll see.
It's my wacky whack.
Where's your what?
Wacky whack. I got to find out what Abilene Christian did today. I'm 15 minutes from that campus.
And you find out with your wacky whack.
Yeah, that's what they're in. The whack. They're in the whack. The wacky whack.
I thought he was looking for something, man. Couldn't find it. I was like, all right, brother, you need to go somewhere in another room and go look for your wacky whack in another room, man.
I'm looking for wacky whack. I'll find it.
Mike's going to go look for his wacky whack after he comes off the air tonight.
Are you sure?
Oh, here it is. Oh, they're with the Atlantic Sun. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abilene Christian 21, Southern Utah 18.
Yeah. Yay.
Hey. Oklahoma today, 52-42 over Kansas. Kansas was down, folks, 24 points in the fourth quarter. They made it a game, and then they were down 45-42 with 2 minutes left to go. Oklahoma scores a touchdown, makes it 52-42. Makes it look like a lot bigger score than it should have been. Kansas played them close. Michigan today wins 41-17. Clifford gets hurt in this ball game, 7-19, 120, and they had to bring in their backup quarterback Aller, and he went 5 of 10 for 37 yards. Michigan with McCarthy today, 17 of 24, 145, and a pick. But this is a story. Edwards, 16 carries, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Corum, 28 rushes, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. McCarthy, 7 rushes, 57 yards. And Stokes, 4 rushes, 22 yards. Yes, this team rushed for almost 400 yards.
It was 419.
They rushed for over 400 yards today and threw for 145.
Yikes.
And no receiving touchdown. No receiving touchdowns. Everything they scored was
55 running plays.
Yeah.
Well, in the second half, I'm sure when they got up big, it was just run.
But they hurt the Penn State quarterback, Sean Clifford. So that's big news there. Clifford has got to play Ohio State in 2 weeks. We'll see what happens.
I gotta look at the box for this game. Holy crap!
So that was pretty tough game for them today. TCU at home today, 43-40. Spencer Sanders, I think's his name, 16 of 36, 245, a touchdown, and a pick. TCU's quarterback, Duggan, 23 of 40, 286 with 2 touchdowns. So they looked really, really good today. No doubt about it. Syracuse, Syracuse, as we said, NC State's quarterback Chambers gets hurt, or was it Morris? Which one's their starter? I think was MJ Morris their starter.
Utah's within 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 21-14.
14 now. Okay. Syracuse only throws. NC State only throws for 160 yards today, while Schrader throws for 210, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
21-10.
Syracuse wins that game 24-9, and they are now 6-0.
This baseball game, the over/under on the runs scored was 7.
The 0-0 game.
Yes. Zip to zip.
Georgia.
Going to the
today.
16th.
How about this one today? Georgia blanks Vanderbilt 55-0. Vanderbilt 105 yards passing. And how about 45 yards rushing?
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love
Georgia, Bennett, 24 of 30, 289, 2 touchdowns. Beck comes in 8 of 11, 98 yards, 2 more touchdowns, and they get themselves a little over 150 yards rushing today. They're just rolling. Georgia, 55-0 over Vanderbilt, no doubt about it.
What did the stats look like in the Tennessee-Alabama game? That one.
Oh yeah, Tennessee-Alabama. Let's take a look at that. Alabama today. Bryce Young. How about 35 of 52 for 455 yards, 2
Holy
touchdowns, 455 and illusion calls. But don't worry, if you want to look at Hooker, how about 21 of 30? He only completed 21 passes, 385, 5 touchdowns and 1 pick. And guess
all
what?
of them to one receiver.
Hyatt got 5 touchdowns, 6 receptions.
He's going to get drafted.
6 receptions, 207 yards. 5 of those receptions were touchdowns.
Oh my goodness!
He only averaged a cool 34.5 yards today against the number 3 team.
He'll
in the
probably
country.
get drafted by the Lions and never be heard from again.
or either by Washington. Right, Washington may end up getting him. Yeah, this kid's stock went up today. Let's see what Hyatt
Kirby,
is.
7 innings. Wow.
Let's see what he is this year. Hyatt is, let's see, Jalen Hyatt.
He is
Age 21, so he's either a junior or senior one. I think he's a senior, but we're going to find out.
EMT, that's why. Okay.
Hyatt. Okay.
Oh, there it is. That's Cabrera's homework.
Well, it says junior.
Oh, is he a junior? Okay, he's
Well,
21
it's
years old.
weird how they do this. Let me pull up on Tennessee's website because they have
he redshirted but he's 21, so he's eligible. He's eligible to go to the pro.
Take that glove.
So Hyatt will be a top 10 pick.
Hyatt has 10 touchdowns on the year, so that's helping him.
Matthew Boyd, ex-Tiger, ex-Cubs pitching. Dig that blue glove.
Bruce Sutter, 69 years old, passes away yesterday. Yeah, he looked really old too. He looked real
great
old.
reliever. He was one of the first of the modern day relievers. You realize?
What do you say, Keith?
Alabama, Tennessee, there were 60 first downs in that game.
Yes. Check out how many turnovers there were in the game. I think 2.
And then can I also throw in R.I.P. Robbie Coltrane, a.k.a. Hagrid from the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, okay. Never saw those movies.
3 turnovers.
No, I've not either.
Tennessee.
3 turnovers. Yeah. 100, but if you played Alabama and Tennessee today and you took 100 points and played the under, you lost. They scored 101 points. So how about that? Oh, well, that was it. Yeah.
I wonder why all these scores are so high. Are there bad defenses in college football?
Well, I'll tell you what's happening. They are such world-class athletes playing at the wide receiver position now. That's where the money is. They don't want to play decent defense no more. They want to play offense. Why? They know if you hit them, you're going to get penalized. You're the one going to get, for
Sorry.
what do you call it when they targeting. And the next thing you know, you're sitting out 2 or 3 games, and then if you're a team looking at this linebacker, or you looking at this defensive back, well, why ain't he in there, Rob? Let me look. He's out for targeting. Okay.
Well, the
Makes
other
you
thing
think-
is that
makes you
pass
think-
interference is also
Yeah, it
15
makes you
yards a
think.
pop for anything almost.
Right. So
Alvarez 0 for 7.
all of them want to end up being the
32
star
points in the
wide
fourth
receiver.
quarter.
Yeah, in that Tennessee game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28
Crazy
in the
stuff.
first.
That game must have taken about 4.5, 5 hours to play.
Nah,
Nah,
they started at
3 at 2:30 my time.
Yeah, they
3:30
started-
Eastern, yeah.
3:30 my time. They finished by 7. They were done.
Oh,
by
they
7.
did. Okay.
So it'd been 6 your time. They were done by 6 your time.
Up, up.
USC now, they're down to Utah 5. They look like they're just about ready to score. First and goal.
We just got a hit.
First and goal, USC. Only a minute 21 left in the half. And USC would love to put this one in and be a 14-point lead before halftime.
Touchdown USC.
Caleb
27-14
Williams.
then.
Was
Do
that
you think
a
Scott
was that a
Cervais is
touchdown?
going to get votes for manager of
Touchdown
the year?
USC. Taylor Follow.
Do I
You
think
guys-
what?
Do you think Scott Cervais is going to get votes for manager of the year?
He
Yes.
should.
Yes.
Yeah,
he
I
should.
kind of noticed that.
Not
that.
for me,
It's a
because I picked
3-horse
him to
race
win the
between
division.
Hyde, Francona, and Service.
What'd
I would
what'd you
vote
say,
for
Keith?
Hyde, though.
I said,
I
not
really
for me.
would.
I picked them to win the division. They underachieved in my eyes.
Boo.
I actually
I
think
didn't think Houston to be quite as good as they were.
yeah,
But- Duke up 21-17 at halftime.
wow. And now USC going for the extra point. And they can be up 28-14. Looks like it may go into half that way. But who knows?
Yeah, maybe
Utah,
Utah might pull out a field goal before the
they
half's out.
could, especially with a minute.
Bob, you watching the Houston game?
Yep.
Oh, so okay. I still like Matthew Boyd. He played for the Cubs
Yep.
Cubs last year. He came up right before September.
I believe LSU's put up 42 on Florida. Jeez.
Yeah, really.
Oh, who?
LSU putting up 42 on Florida.
Yeah.
Wow, are they bad. And to think they were what? They were a top 10 team to start the season?
Who? Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, they beat.
They're going to run out of pitchers.
They beat Utah coming out the gate, and everybody thought, "Yep, watch out for these
And
boys."
The extra point was good, so it's 28-14 with a minute 15 to go for USC Utah.
Yeah,
Rob, how was the Phillies bullpen today? I only heard Alvarado.
Philly's bullpen today went 6 innings, a full
I heard-
six.
I heard Alvarado was in.
Out-
and
Yeah,
out-
boy, there were 2 of those strikes on was it Swanson were not strikes. So
yeah, one of them
Oh.
was real high. He wasn't calling the
one
best.
last one was low.
Alvarado. Let's see. They had 6 relievers. I think Hand, Alvarado, Eflin,
Dominguez
Sir
finished.
Anthony Dominguez.
Sanchez.
No, C.J. Sanchez, Christopher Sanchez didn't play. Let me think. Brad Hand, Alvarado, Eflin.
Yeah, Eflin was in there.
Yeah.
Houston's got a couple base runners.
And you said Dominguez.
Yeah, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
That's
Hold
one
on.
more.
Yeah, it was 6 of them. It was 4. It wasn't just those 4.
And who started?
Thor.
Oh, Core. Oh, no wonder why they had to use 6 pitchers. Okay.
Philadelphia
Bellotti
Phillies
and-
box score.
Bellotti was the first one.
Oh yeah, Andrew Bellotti. Yeah, he's a
Oh,
waste.
Bellotti, yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Long,
waste.
yeah, long
he's a
reliever.
waste.
Long reliever.
He's a waste of space. And then
Yeah, he is.
yeah, the only one. And then let's see. Syndergaard, Bellotti, Hand, Alvarado, Eflin, Dominguez. I thought they said it was 6 relievers, but it must have been only 5.
Okay.
Got the win.
Who did?
And
Yeah, Hand got to win.
because he pitched the 5th inning.
Yeah.
So that means there
15
goes Boyd.
15 Braves struck out of the 24 outs, Dave. 15 strikeouts.
15 strikeouts.
15
strikeouts.
They want to talk about what baseball has a problem with: strikeouts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I'll admit, I don't want to sit there and go strikeout, strikeout. Yeah, strikeout. Put the ball in play, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
That's what Gene
Field
Segura
the
did.
ball.
Gene Segura, Marsh hit.
It seemed like teams are better at putting ball in play back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Oh yeah, well they were taught to.
Well, that's because they choked up on the bat with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, a lot of things happen. They wouldn't, if Lasorda was still managing right now, he would be taking players and putting them on the bench. All right, let's say Garvey was batting, and you had the third baseman playing in line. You got the shortstop playing short left field. You got the second baseman playing 5 steps over from left on that side of second base, on the third base side. And then you got the first baseman playing between first and second. I'm telling you right now, he would have them bunting or hitting to the right-hand side of the field, or he'd be taking them out of the game. That's just the way it would have worked.
And you talk about these guys having 60 doubles. They'd had 80 doubles back then if they'd have played the shift like this. But
Alex says, I love Bama losing. They still got their fate in their own hands. They still can do anything here. So Mariners, Astros close to playing a doubleheader. Yeah, you don't have to pay for it.
So they've already had the 14th inning stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21. The 21st inning stretch will come up at 1 a.m. Eastern.
And it's probably a carryover. The one carryover from the steroid era was people started really wanting to see home run.
Still wanting a home run so bad. And the problem is this. This kid this year that got 62.
Aaron Judge, yep.
He's gonna make $30 million wherever he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And Gene Segura or some of these guys that hit 300 and hit 40 doubles, and
Alex, I'll at least we'll send him to New York.
Hooker should be the favorite for the Heisman. Maybe right now, hey, it's going to change in more time.
That's because Stroud didn't play today.
Right. Stroud, I still say is number 1 for it, though, right now.
That's an award that just doesn't mean anything, in my opinion, anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, I mean, because so many of the players aren't any good when it comes to playing in the NFL.
Well, and then you look at the kid for Alabama. Kid for Alabama won it last year.
Yeah, Bryce Young, yeah.
I personally think it should be a senior award. I think it should be a senior award. But they can't do that anymore because the kid from Ohio State.
I just think they ought to give it to the guy they think is going to be
the toothpick.
I think they ought to give it to somebody who they think is going to be one of the top draft picks in the draft.
Severino old.
Oh!
What a catch!
No, it wasn't a catch.
Yes, it was.
It was.
Welcome.
We caught it in the outfield.
What's going on, Brian?
Hey!
Hey,
Hi, guys.
Hi, Brian.
What's going on, my friend?
Oh, hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Brian, you're going to like me this week.
How about that Tennessee team today? They showed off pretty good, didn't they, Brian?
Yeah, I missed that game. I was watching my grandkids and son and daughter were at the OU game watching Kansas.
Uh-huh.
He caught that.
So I watched that and did other things this afternoon.
Yeah. No, you're a Kansas fan?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Their defense did not show up.
No, but Oklahoma. No, I don't think anybody expected.
Hey, Mike.
50.
Yes, sir.
I must be seeing the game before you get your reception.
Say that again.
I'm saying
you're ahead of him, Bob.
I'm seeing the play before you've seen your play on the whole Houston game.
It's possible.
It is.
Yeah, Bill's been talking about getting McCaffrey. I saw
you're
that.
out of the inning.
Yeah, I
One of
saw
the
that.
six- on the
Alex.
16th.
It's gonna be interesting if they get him next
No
week.
score.
Man,
Said they wanted him bad. We'll see what happens there.
I gotta see what that Amazon distance he ran to get that. Oh my god!
I watched the Buffalo Bills show up in town today, and they stay in a hotel right next door to my condo. So I guess,
Okay.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
Josh Allen and the Bills come in. I put up a little thing on YouTube and Facebook about it.
Oh, okay. Was it actually showing them coming in, or
Yeah, getting off the
okay.
buses.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Were they nice, or were they hospitable to you, or you guys won't really be in? Like,
Oh, mostly the Bills fans that traveled are along the line to watch them come in.
I got you. I got you. Yep. Florida State, Clemson. Florida State is giving Clemson a heck of a ball game, guys. They really are.
Derek.
And boy, they are still this US Utah game. There was a targeting review, and boy, they're still going on about it.
Clemson just scored again. I think Clemson just run a kickoff back.
Let me check that real quick.
31-14.
Game.
31-14. Yeah. They ran a kickoff back, I think, or either they got a long pass play. 19 seconds into the
That's
third
right.
quarter.
I know. Rob, your favorite is on ESPN too. I forgot about that.
Who is that?
He's doing commentary. Mr. McAfee.
Oh yeah.
Well, they must have got a good kickoff return because
Yeah.
there's only a 31-yard pass.
Oh, okay. So they ran it back for 60-some yards. Yeah.
Let's see.
31-14. Clemson is spreading their wings now in Florida State. Florida State gave them a good first half. It was 24-14, and but they are Ulugule or whatever has 3 touchdown passes, 180 yards passing now.
So Brian, were you sweating out that Kansas City Oakland game or Las Vegas game rather? Where
Oakland.
Oh yeah, there was a lot to sweat
Do
about
it,
that
yeah.
game for sure. It was a tough game. Oakland, I thought their lines were really poor, but boy, they gave us a very physical game.
Yeah.
they went
Yeah,
for
for that-
2 at the end, didn't they? And they didn't get it. Is that
Right.
Oh my god.
No, yes, I don't remember how it ended. But,
Utah touchdown.
28-20, 28-20 now. They're going for the extra point, a 46-yard,
Great catch, lead off the inning.
play there, and 26-20. I'm sorry, 28-20, pending the extra point. Utah favored by 3 in this game, but they're just about ready to go on the over already, 60.5 points. Mississippi State and trash dump Kentucky. 6-3 Kentucky is ahead. I'm telling you.
Better than the Thursday night game.
Rob's going to be eating his words on this one, but Mississippi State has a first and goal at the Kentucky 9. And they're going to try to get in there and at least score a field goal, make it 6-6.
Well,
But
Vegas and Seattle coming up.
9:54 left to go in the third quarter.
I feel like I almost have red zone here with you calling up all these games I can pull up on TV.
Question for you guys: do you think if Padres close it out tonight or Dodgers extend the series?
I think the Dodgers will extend the series.
I say the Padres win it tonight.
I think the Padres will win it tonight.
I think they will too.
2 words.
I'll-
Trent Grisham.
Now, what's your pitcher's name?
Musgrove.
Joe Musgrove. Yeah,
He's 0-7 against them.
So
Joe Musgrove. I don't care. Joe Musgrove.
you don't care.
Did you see the last game he pitched?
Yes, I
Playoffs.
did. It was against the Mets. I watched it.
Only
Yeah.
all one hit.
He gave up. And
I know, the only one that did. Rooting for the
Yeah.
Padres.
And if you watched him, he was laughing the whole time. He was checking around his ears and all. We were just wondering when he was going to take flight because this dude's got ears like this. Me and my wife was saying something about if he has to take his hat off, will he fly away? But yeah. Nice comeback
boy.
with TCU. You are correct. 2 overtimes. TCU wins 43-40. Oklahoma State will fall probably out of the top 10 this week. Penn State loses 41-17. Number 10 Penn State. Who knows how far they're going to drop? They're going to be in trouble.
What happened, Jim?
That's good.
Down Bulldogs.
Number 3 Alabama.
I see
So-
Cleveland got a run. The
What's
Guardians
4-3
got a
now?
run.
So Mississippi
Yeah,
State,
4-3.
Mississippi State just put one on the board. They're up now 9-6, and I'm sure they should go for 1 point. We'll see
With
if they
the
do.
Guardians have runners on first and third too out, Tim?
Let's see here.
And Tennessee beats number 3
yes.
Alabama.
First and
Alabama
third, two outs
will
with
fall
a
out of
run
the
in.
top 5. They may not even be in the top 10. My projection is Alabama will be number 8 being next week, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Some of
They
those
didn't
teams,
score, though.
some of those teams that did not play 11, 12, 13 may move ahead of them and may bump them
Will
back.
Brennan had an RBI single, but
So
they line out the second ends the inning.
Will Rogers III, and he is kin to Will Rogers, the historian. That's his.
He is?
Yeah, it's his great grandfather or grandfather one.
Are
Yeah,
they related to Roy Rogers?
no, but he's
No, Will Rogers, yeah.
Will Rogers, the historian from the Midwest and all. Yeah,
George
or
Rogers?
down south, huh?
George Rogers?
Will Rogers.
Happy trails to you till we meet
No,
again.
that's
No,
that's
no.
that's wrong one.
That's
Roy
Gene
Rogers.
Autry, I believe.
Look up Will Rogers. Will Rogers was the one that used to do like
Rogers
historian type. Huh?
Rogers Hornsby?
No, Rogers.
He's near me. He's from Winters, Texas.
Who is?
Rogers
Rogers
Hornsby.
Hornsby.
Oh, really?
Yep.
From Doofus, Texas.
Bruce, hey, and he's getting to Bruce Hornsby in the range, and the way Keith's man.
Oh,
Keith's
Will Rogers
screwed.
was a vaudeville performer.
Yes.
He was an
Yeah.
actor.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He
And
was very famous in like 20s and 30s.
right, and he was a historian and all. He was either his grandfather or great grandfather, and that's why he goes by Will. I guess he will be. He must be his grandfather. He's Will Rogers III, I think he say.
Yeah, Will Rogers, I visited his house in Los Angeles.
Oh, he was in State Fair and all those things.
Yeah.
okay.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
He was only 55 when he passed away, but that was
That was
19
old. That was old back then.
1940s, right?
died in 1935.
35.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
That was old back then.
Yeah.
Born in
But,
1879.
True.
Now, hey, how about this one?
Well, he died in an airplane crash.
Where?
Let me ask anybody this: is anybody's grandfather here, Bob? Any of us? Anybody's grandfather or grandmother born in the 1800s?
Oof, no.
Mine.
Well, my
My
great grandmother was.
No. Grandfather. I'm talking about your
No.
parents.
Nope.
Mine.
Nope.
My grandfather, my mom's dad, was born in 1896. Brian.
Yeah, my grandfather on my dad's side was born in 1888. And he played baseball in the Texas League the same time Tris Speaker did, and they were from the same city. So I'm trying to research whether
Oh,
they played on the same team or against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume my grandparents were born in the 1800s because my dad was born in 1927.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob, how did the Phillies do against Padres and Dodgers this year? Dodgers this year, we went 4-3, and we won 3 in LA, almost swept them, and then we lost 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia. The Padres, we had a little more success with them. We went to San Diego and split 4 games, and we played them at home and won all 3. So we went 5-2.
17th.
5-2 against the Padres. We went 4-3 against the Dodgers.
The Dodgers had a hard time with the Padres had a hard time with the Dodgers during the regular season. I think it was
They did. They did.
14-3 or something like that.
And we go to the 17th in Seattle.
It's starting to be the lamb chops game, the game that will never end.
Yeah.
This game will probably end when the Dodgers game ends tonight.
Yeah.
Well, who did it for you, Oscar? What?
SpongeBob SquarePants, Oscar
Yes,
Gonzalez in the
Mr.
15th.
Pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck to Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo's going through cancer, brain cancer now.
Ooh.
Yeah. He had
Top
brain
four,
tumor,
Alex says Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee. Do I have a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that.
Yep. No problem with that.
I like that, Alex. And in fact, I like that order. Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee. Yes,
Yep.
I like it.
That's probably your order.
That order's fine. Yeah,
TCU should get into the top 10.
17.
do what, Brian?
TCU should get into the top 10. They're an underrated team.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
They've lost
The
one.
receivers are hard to tackle.
Have they lost one?
No.
They haven't
No.
lost yet. Okay.
No, they just don't play defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Syracuse may make it up that high. I don't think they will. They'll probably be 11, 12, 13, but they started week 18th, 6-0. They play Clemson next week, nationally televised. So that should be a great game. Mississippi State right now, 10-6 over Kentucky. Kentucky misplayed the ball out, and they just got to the 24, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Let's go check out the USC Utah game. 4 seconds left in the half, and USC's just getting the football at their 8-yard line. No, I'm sorry. They got 4th down and 14 at their 8. They're going to have to punt the football, or either they'll probably go back for a pass, try to waste those 4 seconds.
Which is what they did.
And is that what they did? They went
Okay.
back
That's
for
what
it.
they did. Yep.
In the Florida.
Okay.
That's what
Today's
you-
game right now, 15 for 117. Both teams combined.
Rob, can I ask a hockey question real quick?
Yes.
How
Yes,
is it that Arizona is still in Arizona? I thought they were the team that was going to have to move.
Well, the fact is, their ownership group
Yeah.
last year. Tim's having a fit.
Harrison.
I'm glad I'm not watching that game.
What
Harrison
happened was
Bader.
their gave out last year, and they was going 3 different locations. St. Louis is, not St. Louis, I'm sorry. Kansas City is ready for a team, but Houston's also ready for a team. They both want that team, the Coyotes, they want them out of there. The owner, I don't know how many people watch this. He's not the straightest along fella. He hasn't been paying his rent as it comes up. And now it looks like they may be going to Arizona State University.
They are.
And
They're sharing the rink with Arizona State. They
Yeah.
only have 5,000 seats.
Yeah, only 5,000
Do you
seats.
think they sold out 5,000 seats?
And
Probably
they
not.
probably still won't. And the thing of it is, though, the owner does not have to pay rent to the college. But the college is entitled to 35% of the gate.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'd take that too if I was at college. That's fine, And the NHL team has to take care of the ice all year long, so they're in charge of it even when the college team's in town playing. And
Alex, wait till those two fight each other.
they changed their entire schedule for the pro year this year. We'll see what happens after this year. They may go back onto the Indian what do you call it?
The reservation.
Reservation and play again there.
You know what's so funny?
But
Years ago,
They don't
the
have to
Islanders
be-
were so bad. They almost went to Kansas City.
Kansas City's going to have a team before you know it. Yeah. They're going to have a team before you know it. But this
What do
looks
they have?
this
They have
team,
a minor league team, right?
this team's looking like they're going to go to Houston. It really does.
Who you talking
USC
about, a National League team? I mean, a hockey team?
hockey team from the Coyotes.
Oh,
Arizona-
okay.
Phoenix Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes, whatever you want to call them. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they're a waste. They were owned by Gretzky in one time, part ownership, and ever since then they have just went
Oh,
right
okay.
down the toilet. Yeah, they signed a couple of key free agents, and they're hoping to make it playoffs. But if they don't, you gotta figure they're going to be probably put up for sale somewhere, and the ownership group out there in Kansas City is part of the old
Regime.
now I
Kansas
think
City Blades.
Cerner Group or something.
Oh, Senator.
Yeah. Now
On the
ownership.
bottom of 16th,
So we'll see. It's a health.
bottom of 17th.
Health.
Bottom 17 now. All right. I'm a little behind.
They've got a lot of space right there. They call it like a Cerner Civic area, whatever. It's a whole city right there in Kansas City, and we're going to see what they end up doing. If they end up buying anything, if they don't, we'll see. But it could
Bottom
be
of the
crazy.
17th.
Halftime now. USC 28, Utah 21. Caleb Williams, the Heisman watch. Right now, I still say he's your Heisman leader right now. I don't care what Hooker did today. That's fine. Caleb Williams, 16 of 27, 249, 3 touchdowns, 4 carries, 53 yards. So he has over 300 yards of their offense today. He's really, really carrying USC. And let's see. He's got, like I said, 3 touchdown passes. And there's not been any interceptions, I don't think, thrown by the Utah quarterback. No. 14 of 21, 220 is rising. So we'll see what happens there. I still like USC big in this game. I still think they win. Kentucky, let's go back to that game. It's 10-6. And Kentucky has the ball at Mississippi State 8-yard line, 1st and goal. And 5:07 left in this third quarter. So Kentucky can get the lead right back from Mississippi State. Kentucky 4-2. Gotta have it. This is absolute necessity for them.
What?
And Mississippi State 5-1. And Mississippi State travels to Tuscaloosa next week. So that's going to be a big
Touchdown,
game.
Kentucky.
Touchdown, Kentucky, 12-10 is the score. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Sorry, Ovis.
Hey, get out of there.
So, Kentucky, Levis, 12 of 16, 140. And he's starting to come around. Sharon, is Levis hurt now? Let's see. Kentucky's quarterback, is he out? Let's look it up.
And add 3 more for Clemson.
Clemson now, are they up now
34-14.
34-14. Yeah, the butt whipping is on there.
So we'll maybe stick away from that until that gets closer.
First pitch was at 1:08.
A little over 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter with Clemson, Florida State. But it looks like Clemson is running away with this game. They're coming home next week, going to play undefeated Syracuse. Like I say, nationally televised game, 2 undefeateds. And Clemson right now, number 4 in the country, probably going to be number 3 starting next week. Syracuse started today 18th. I don't know if they're going to be in top 10. Probably.
Who's Clemson playing next week?
Syracuse, undefeated.
Oh, where?
At Clemson.
It's at Death Valley.
Oh no, they're not going to go back there again. Is there any other important game? Any other important games?
Syracuse is playing that one. Any other important games? Mississippi State, Alabama at Tuscaloosa next week.
No.
I'll give you some more games.
Unless they do the Oregon UCLA game.
If Syracuse
they could go there.
Yeah, Oregon is playing UCLA next week.
At that Houston Seattle game, are they still selling beer there, or did they stop?
No, they don't.
They stop. They stop
after the
seventh inning.
Texas, Oklahoma State plays next week. That should be a decent game.
That should be where game day goes.
I don't think they'll go. I don't think they'll go. Maybe they'll
Unless
go there.
UCLA, Oregon, UCLA, are they undefeated? I think they are.
UCLA, Oregon. Oh my goodness.
UCLA's undefeated.
I don't think they're undefeated. But
I think they're
Yeah.
undefeated. I think they're undefeated.
Kansas State goes to TCU. They're 5-1, and TCU
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me see.
I think UCLA's undefeated.
They are.
They are.
They're 5-0 or 6-0.
They
5-0.
have to go out there for West Coast football.
5-0. I'll tell you in a second.
6-0.
Are they 6-0? All right. They beat Utah. They beat Utah last week 42-32. They beat Washington 40-32. They beat Colorado 45-17. They beat Alabama 32-31. Tough game. They beat Alabama State 48-7. And they beat Bowling Green 45-17. So this team has not scored less than 32 points in any game this year.
all right.
That's why UCLA. That's why
Rob,
the
I got an
UCLA.
update for North Carolina and Duke. North Carolina wearing the chrome helmets, beating Duke 24-21.
Okay. All righty.
So that's a big comeback there.
Yeah.
Here,
Oh,
the
they were down
Seattle
by
game is in the 17th inning. Yeah, my wife just gave me a look.
How
I was
many
like,
innings did that Astros Mets game go in '86? That was 16 innings, right?
That was 16.
number 17 is up. Anaker.
Yeah.
Nope, they haven't listed yet.
I can hear
They'll probably
somebody's
know-
got
probably know by
the
Monday,
game
Tuesday.
on.
Yeah, maybe they will go to out there because they haven't been out
So-
west this year.
Kentucky right now up 13-10. Mississippi State has the ball on their own 22, starting to drive. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Kentucky, I think, playing over their head, but we'll see. Yeah. McAfee did a backflip into the river. We just wish it would have been dry.
Mm-hmm.
Dry bed, that's all.
Come on, guys. This is not the place to wish death upon anybody.
I didn't say death.
Tennessee,
Well,
I didn't mention death. I just mentioned a little hospital stay. Be all right. We won't have to watch it.
Man's got a family.
He's still a jabroni.
He might be a jabroni, but then again, Iron Sheik called a few people jabroni back in the day.
Yeah. Well, he's a trash dump. He's not even good enough to be a jabroni. We're jabronis. He's a trash dump.
I don't know. You listen to me and my college picks. You can call me a trash dump all day long.
Yeah. I'm just calling McAfee one. Phillies manager should be in the top 3 of NL Manager of the Year.
Absolutely.
I don't know
Agreed.
about that.
I
Top,
agree.
top 3. Let's see.
What you
Is
got?
Showalter in the top 3?
No.
No.
Is
Snitker in the top 3?
Should be, yes.
He
All right.
probably
How
will be.
about the Cardinals manager after what they did? Look, they were in third place for a while this year.
Yeah.
He
no.
might get like top 5.
Padres manager. Should he get votes for manager of the year?
Bochy's leaving, so no.
No. That's Melvin.
Melvin. That's Bob Melvin.
The Rangers are talking
See,
to Bochy.
I guess if I was going to go give top 3 manager
Well,
of the
got
year,
to run and rolling.
I think I'd have to have a Dodgers. Maybe the Phillies. How about Arizona? Arizona almost went 500 this year with.
They usually don't give 500 managers manager of the
Now
year.
I know that, but they were picked to win 63 games by some people.
Well, then the
and
Orioles
lose-
were only
and
picked
lose
about
90
62.
Now I'm talking about National League. Now I'm just talking
Yeah.
about. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. The Orioles manager probably is the American League manager of the year.
What was
Yes.
the Phillies manager's record?
Well, he came on about
Well,
a
he
month
came
or
on.
so in.
They were 7 under 500 when he came along,
Okay.
and he led them to 27 games above 500 the rest of the
That,
way.
that's,
Ooh.
that, that gives me manager of the year
Carlos
right there.
Santana showing why he's an excellent base runner.
What happened?
Ball in the dirt, bounced in front of the catcher, and got to second base. He may not be
yeah.
the fastest guy, but he's an excellent base runner.
Mississippi
is.
State. Mississippi State, big play. They get out to the Kentucky. They,
What kind of
Now-
record do you think Philly would have had if Girardi would have stayed there all year?
Not a good one.
under
Probably could have been
500.
500.
Under 500. I
He
don't
probably
think
would
they
have been
got
fired
500.
after the All
They
Star
got-
break.
Well, the fact is, I just don't think they played for him as hard. I don't know why. You could almost call his shots before he did it. And I like Rob Thompson. I like the way he
Thompson.
managed the team. He wasn't scared of losing. Let's say it that way. Girardi played more defensive type deals.
In other words, he
Yeah.
played to lose.
Played to
Not-
tie or played not to win, but not to lose. Yeah, he played not to lose. And
Yeah,
that-
Thompson.
generally-
Thompson.
Thompson,
That's a
yeah.
great choice.
yeah, he could be manager of the year. He could be.
Here we go. Man on second.
4th and 7 at the Kentucky 45. Mississippi State has a decision. The decision's been made for them. I think they're going to punt the football, and we'll see what they're going to do there. Let's go back and check out the Clemson-Florida State game. Florida State, 3rd and 10 on their own 25.
Yep. They
They
just
Off
punted.
to the 18th.
They just punted.
Hey Rob, did we check?
Forrest-
Did we check
Clemson's
with
got the
Brian
ball.
on his teams?
Brian won Thursday night.
Right, you know that.
Yeah, by inches.
Bears over Washington, and then he's that channel's 4 games ahead of us, and we've got 4 against him tomorrow. We got Colts.
Oh, we do?
We got Colts and Jags. They got the Jags. We got the Colts straight up.
Good.
Packers and Jets. We've got the Packers. They've got the Jets. straight
Enjoy.
up. Seahawks, Cardinals. We've got the Seahawks. They've got the Cardinals straight up. Bills and Chiefs. We've got the Bills. They've got the Chiefs straight up. So we'll see what.
Didn't I take? I took the Chiefs, right? I think I was the only one that. Yeah, I was the only one that took the Chiefs. See?
No, you and Harris.
Oh, okay.
But 4 of us took the Bills. So
Yeah, I know.
we
Okay.
ended up taking the Bills.
We had a new guy in chat earlier today named Popo. Was it?
Pope, and he was throwing out the.
He knew a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
So if he comes on,
he had to go to work. But
if he comes back in here, we'll try to get him in here.
Popo.
18th.
Let's see what's happening. Clemson just forced Florida State to a punt. Clemson 1st and 10 at their 35, up 20 points, 5:04 left, 3rd quarter. Let's see. Kentucky 13, Mississippi State 10. End of the 3rd, getting ready to go to the 4th quarter. USC Utah just about ready to kick off in the 3rd quarter, 28-21. USC is ahead in this game. They are undefeated. Utah has lost 2 games. They're 4-2. So that's a big game there. That's a real big game. The Duke UNC game, I do not have that one near me. Duke,
I can
North
get that for
Carolina.
you in just a second. It is
Michael, how-
21.
Oh, another homer. Oh. Who hit that one? I didn't even know it.
Is that Stephen Kwan? Did
Oh,
he go deep?
it was
No.
Bader. No, it was Bader's
Bader.
homer. Never mind.
Bader's homer for the. Yeah, I told you about that. That's why I got
Yeah, I
mad
missed it.
a few minutes ago.
And Stanford, Notre Dame, how are they looking right now? How's Notre Dame faring? I don't have that score right in
It's
front of me.
14-13 Notre Dame starting the 4th quarter.
Wow. So we will try to be back on here tomorrow, folks. I don't know exactly what time we will, but it's a little after 10 here on the East Coast. Congratulations to Brian and his crew. They took the Commanders. I took the Commanders too in our pool. We was getting a 1.5 too. And what was that score? 12-7?
12-7.
They got to do something better for Thursday night games. The last two have been awful.
Well, you get the
Yeah.
Saints and somebody next week, so that
Well,
should be
yeah.
a little bit better high scoring.
Rob's
Well,
always-
tomorrow night's game better be good. It's Dallas and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a
And-
great game.
And
Oh,
then
Saints and
Monday,
the Cardinals.
Monday night, why not the Bills and Chiefs? No, instead we get the Broncos Chargers game.
Because Russell Wilson equals ratings.
And Russell
Not.
Russell Wilson, over under 150 yards, Tim passing
For
against the
Russell
Chargers.
Wilson,
Yes,
I'll go over.
over Keith,
For what? 150?
150 yards passing for
Yeah, I'll
Russell
go over.
Wilson. Brian,
You know, the Chargers have a great secondary, but I'll go a little bit over. Yeah.
Mike,
I'm going to go under.
Bob.
Over.
I'm gonna go under too. I don't think he may not even break 100. He's
No, I
looked
think he might-
bad. He's looked terrible. Let's hold on. Let's just look at the Broncos there for a second. It's not been good, guys. It's really hasn't.
I don't like the Charles Barkley pronunciation.
What's that?
Terrible.
Terrible. Oh yeah, terrible. Yeah,
Horrible.
that's terrible.
Terrible.
So let's look. Their first week, they end up beating the 49ers 11-10 in that big baseball classic.
Another classic.
Yeah. 20-33, 184. That's 184 for Russell. The following week,
A home run for Houston.
they
Ah.
they lose in Vegas 32-23. Russell throws for 237, so that's his high so far.
That's decent.
Then they lose to, let's see, hold on. Then they lose 12-9.
Oh, crap.
Oh wait, hold on. First
It's
weekend.
gone. Jeremy Pena, 0 for 7 today. Ugh.
Let's see, Broncos and Seahawks, and then Broncos and Texans. That's right. I didn't check that one out. 219 for Russell. That
Okay.
Hans is that. He must be in the UK, huh? Is he?
I don't know what a loyal subscriber I am watching Rob at 3 a.m. here.
What
Yeah,
a catch.
Yeah.
so he's got
What
to
a catch.
Talked about that before, but I forgot.
be Broncos and Raiders. Like we
Because you were
say.
asking him what soccer team he liked.
Yeah,
And he didn't like Manchester, but if he was going to go with one.
You made a great catch there, Mike.
yeah.
Who did? Oh, this coming up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Russell Wilson 274 against the Colts. A
Woo!
losing 12-9 effort. 21-39, 274, 2 INTs.
Tell me.
So he's I think of all starting quarterbacks right now, he's at the lowest quarterback rate. Now we don't know.
Danny Dines.
What is Numbers talking about?
Von Dyke will lock up Holland tomorrow. Holland is he's a striker for Manchester City, and
Yeah.
he's got 3 hat tricks already. And get a hat trick in soccer is not a hat trick in hockey. It's just not. A hat trick in soccer is like crazy good. And he's got 3 already.
Yeah, because
Who
teams
you
don't
got?
hardly ever score 3 goals.
Yeah, and they've been averaging 6 point something.
Who, Man City? Yeah.
Man City, yeah.
Yeah.
They rolling everybody. They lost.
They won 6-0 2 weeks ago. They won 4-0 last week.
Yeah, they beat up on Man United. So Van Dyke's locking up Holland. I don't know if he's gonna lock him up, but we'll see. Should be
Barcelona
a good
versus
game.
Real Madrid.
Madrid 3-0 says numbers. Numbers.
Speaking of soccer, are you enjoying those commercials for the World Cup tournament?
I'm
With the
looking
Santa
forward.
Claus commercials.
Yes, with John Hamm.
I'm looking forward to it. Starts with the 20th of November, right
Yeah,
before
all these
Thanksgiving.
commercials are funny.
Should be fun. It ends just before Christmas, so that'll be good.
Yeah,
That'll be very nice. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I really am. Let's do one final update for scores, guys. And
All right,
then
guys, have a good night. I've got to
Yeah,
go
you
find
too.
my
Michael.
dog.
See
Hi,
you later.
Michael.
All right, Mike. See ya.
All right. So one final update. Clemson 34, Florida State 14. Florida State is driving 1st and 10 at the Clemson 38-yard line, and they got 1:23 left in the third. So not a lot of time left for Florida State. They got a little over 16 minutes left in that game, and they're down 20. We got Kentucky and Mississippi State. Kentucky 13-10. 3rd and 9 at the 47 of Mississippi State. And it looks like if they don't get something here, the chances are they'll probably punt it, put Mississippi State deep in their own end. USC and Utah just kicking off the third quarter. And Utah, a touchback, 1st and 10 at their 25, actually 2nd and 10 now. 14-18 left to go in the third quarter.
We got some soccer fans in here right now.
Would love a Netherlands-England final. Oh, awesome. Somebody update us Carolina Duke. What's Carolina Duke looking like?
Was it 24-21 last? I think
It was
so.
24-21 last I see, but let me get an updated on
All
that.
right, get an update on that one, and let's see if I can get an update on LSU Florida. Let's see.
So 24-21, 6 minutes left in the third.
LSU Florida score.
It was 42-35.
It is 2:04 left in the game. LSU 42-35. 2nd and 5 at the Florida 19, almost 20-yard line, I'd call it. Both of these two teams 4-2, and if LSU can just hold on to the football another 2 minutes, they're going to win this one. Florida favored by 3 down the swamp.
I would have never guessed Alabama and Tennessee going over 100 points.
101
That's
today,
crazy.
folks. 101. Neither team could stop the other, and that's the thing. And then next week, you'll see them teams locked down against other teams, and they'll lock them up. They'll just
Yep.
So we'll see what happens there.
Imagine an SEC championship game like that. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Stanford versus Notre Dame. Let's get that, Miles.
That was 14-13.
14-13 Notre Dame. 12 minutes left to go in the game. And
Brian, did you watch the Jayhawks and the Sooners
Stanford has the
today?
ball at the
Yeah, I
50.
did. Yeah, my grandkids were there with my son-in-law, Dan.
Stanford.
It was hot. It was like 88 degrees.
Not hot here today. It probably got almost 70, but not real bad. 14-13 midfield is where.
I was surprised because Oklahoma hadn't been playing very well.
No, they lost 49-0 last week.
Yeah. That shows you how good Texas is. And Texas is better than we originally thought. They pushed.
Yeah, but Kansas beat Iowa State, and Iowa State played close against Texas. I mean, it's just one of those.
It depends on
It's
week to week.
close. Got a lot of parity this year.
It does.
Sorry. For those that are hearing my phone, that's the alerts going off for the Blue Jackets game. They're losing 4-2.
All right, guys. For Keith, for Tim, for Brian, for Bob, my name's Rob. I want to thank you all for joining us. Don't forget Brian down here has a channel. Don't forget Tim. Tim's got a channel going on. He hadn't been showing a whole lot of new stuff lately.
Yeah,
But check out his channel. Check out his
I
channel.
might get one day. I don't know.
And Keith says he may start one day. Just when he decides to, he'll do it. And tomorrow, if 100 people watch me at one time, I will wear this, and I'll actually pass out on the channel for you. So,
Well, you've fallen asleep on your channel a couple times. He really has, Brian. He sat there and just nodded off one night.
I did actually nod off one time, but I was not wearing.
You could
this,
see it happening in slow motion. His eyelids went down, and then his head just slowly.
I was about ready to fall asleep. I was feeling bad that day, I think. But yeah, this thing right here. Look at this. Looks like I'm ready to go weld some. I ought to go weld the doors shut at the hospitals. What the hell I ought to do? Crazy.
Yeah, weld your dad's room door shut so they can't get in there.
So they can't get in there. I could sit in there with him all day, wouldn't have to wear nothing if I didn't want to. Yeah. It's nice and cool in there. Mom always, she's wrapped up like an Eskimo with a blanket, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it like that, you know. But yeah, we're going to get something new going on the channel here very, very soon. Previews probably tomorrow before the NFL kickoffs, and actually reviews probably tomorrow night. Let's see.
Brian, do you think Rivera's going to get fired sometime here soon?
There's so much going on in that organization. I don't know how much they're really paying attention to football.
Yeah, probably. So.
Yeah. There's some decent games to watch tomorrow. Bucks, Steelers, Jets, Packers, Patriots, Browns, Vikings, Dolphins, Ravens, Giants. There's a lot of good games.
Wentz did break his thumb on that last, I think, on the last play, the game Thursday night.
Who was
He broke his
that?
thumb on,
Yeah. I think he's still planning on playing next week.
Who did? Wentz?
Carson Wentz broke his thumb. Yeah, Heineke is going to get first team snaps. He got them, and they practiced some today. He got first team snaps, but Wentz says he's going to be a go next week. We'll see.
I hear Tom Brady was not at practice last couple of days.
Yeah, Tom Brady did not show up Friday for personal reasons, is what was mentioned.
Divorce lawyers. Divorce lawyers.
Divorce lawyers, yeah. So we'll see what
Brady
ends up
should
happening there.
Brady should probably, for his own benefit, just walk away and just say, look,
Yeah.
I got too much stuff on
And
my plate right now.
Rodgers, it was rumored that Rodgers is maybe going to hang it up at the end of the year. That his girlfriend had mentioned something about moving away from the Green Bay area, possibly moving to Wyoming. So they may be thinking about moving up in the Great Wild Yonder or wherever the hell. But we'll see. That could very much be a big change for Green Bay to be overtaken here soon. So we'll see what happens there. But a lot of good games tomorrow.
Do you know how many games Aaron Rodgers has missed over his entire career?
Maybe 6.
2.
No,
Pretty
what's-
close. Just 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that when he hurt his shoulder blade or something a few years ago, and he got, or did he came back in that game or something?
Set out to last 2 of one season, didn't he? Didn't he set
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He set out to
McClellan or
last.
something from the Bears landed on him, and
They weren't playing real well, and they set out to last 2 of one season there, but I forgot what year it was. 16 or 15 or something. It's been
well,
a
he
ways back.
got hurt when Favre was still there one time because he broke an ankle down in Dallas or something. And,
That was 2011, wasn't it?
yeah, and he was out the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That was before he was a starter.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening.
He started that one game, I think. But
This week starts buys, so 4 teams will buys. We'll mention that tomorrow. But it's awful early to be getting your buy here, week 6, if there's still 11 more weeks to go. They'll have 12 weeks to go, so they've only played 5. So that's going to be very, very tough, I think, to take your buy in week 6. Week 11, week 12, that's a great time to get a buy, but I think week 6 is a little early. So. All right, guys, you all have a great, great rest of your night. God bless, and we do thank you for joining the channel with us tonight. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.
later.
Good night.
Bye.